Live from the command center of the JW Solar USA in Minnesota. Guys, this is what I have here: 6.520 kilowatt hours lithium ion battery storage power bank here, which is Volkswagen e-Golf. These are 2015s, 2018s batteries right here, and I already made a video of them before, but today what we're gonna do here, we're gonna incorporate this battery with our portable generator. You can see that it's a VW Volkswagen. Yeah, so these batteries are the total is 6.52 kilowatts, 6,520 watts of energy storage, and each module here is 108 amp hour. So, and each module is 1.630 at 108 amp hours. So 1,630 watts each module. So it's 4 of them here in parallel. I set up for 12 volts configuration. The balancing and everything on them. You've seen my twin towers with a Volkswagen e-Golf, and today I'm trying to incorporate them to our portable generator, which has a lithium iron phosphate 18650 batteries. So this bank that was here, or is in here, is 224 amp hours lithium batteries on them total. Okay, 224.4 kilowatts, 22.4 amp hours. I'm sorry, 22.4 amp hours is here. So times that by 12, then that will give you how many kilowatt hours this portable generator is. So what I did, because of this, we disconnected the previous batteries there. They're charged. So we are just like adding more bigger battery bank, which is additional of 207.6 amp hours. So that gives us this total bank here is 432 amp hours at 6.520 kilowatt hours. Okay, so that's what we have now. I disconnected, if you see, I disconnected the lithium iron phosphate batteries 1850. I took them offline, and I have the other one here disconnected. So I connected the Volkswagen e-Golf batteries. So they are tied up here, and you can see everything is turned off. But right here, you can see we have to change the parameters now here to total of 432 amp hours. So we have to press this guy here. So it's gonna give us we're gonna change the setting right there by going to 432. So we have to push the enter. Then it's gonna be having the flash thing again. Push again. Okay, so we're gonna change this to 4, and we'll push again to go to the second digit to 32. So 3, and push this button right down again, and we can lower this to 2. So 432 even. Put a 0 right there. See that? So now we have 432 amp hours, and press this guy right here. All right. So you see, it resets itself right away. That was from the previous battery bank that was there. So now we're going to try and charge it up and bring it up to a higher level after it's charged, because it's supposed to charge at 15. It's supposed to be 16.8, but we can go more than that here. Even if we try, it's not going to do it, because we are capped with this meter and bringing it here. I can go to this one and change it to 16.8, but the problem is this guy doesn't go more than that on the 12 volts on the Midnight Kid. So here the solar can charge it up all the way, and we have to remember compensate for the inverter. The inverter VOC or high voltage inputs doesn't go to that kind of level always to, I think is very close to 17, but cap itself you can go more further. We are going to discharge this battery before we can able to reset this guy. So we don't want any, we have to get the batteries all the way to full and discharge the battery. Okay, or we can drain them to reduce the voltage, but this voltage is reading wrong because from the previous, now the battery capacity already dropped. So let's do that, and stay tuned for more video series coming on your way live from the channel here, JW Solar USA. See how long this battery bank, how many days this battery bank is gonna run us, or is gonna last us. 6.250 kilowatt hours at 432 amp hours. Stay tuned, like and subscribe. Back again, let's try and initialize the breakers here. That's the sequence. We have the main power now coming in, and it's already tied up to the shunt. And now we're gonna turn the Midnight Kid on. So we don't have to turn the solar on. And let's see how we're gonna go about this. Stay tuned. Since this guy is capped only about 16 volt DC, so we cannot able to rejuvenate or activate this inverter to give us that charge. Can go more than 16. It's considered as a 12 volt, which other 12 volts can even to go up to about 17. The meter can do that. So I initialize the AC so that we can get this battery top off, so that can be just the amperage gonna be there. The amperage is not correct because we changed the parameters here. So we have to fill up this battery, but doing so we have to discharge this battery completely till it shuts down, and we reset the meter and continue our process and charge them all the way up, so that this meter can able to keep up. So now it's not calibrated. It's not gonna let us do anything. If the voltage can go up to about the 16.8, then we can initialize a charge. But because of that, it's not gonna let us do it due to the parameters that are set for this inverter. If the inverter would have been bigger, it can, or maybe a higher input can able to initialize the charge. But right now it's sitting like nothing is going on. All right, let's put some load into it and see whatever we can get. And mind you, the inverter is not big. If it was like a 2000 watt inverter, I can able to drag these batteries really quick and trying to put some charge back into this battery to cut up, because they're almost charged. They are about 15.9. So we just want this amp hour to go up. We can able to do that, but they've been sitting for quite a while. But we don't want to just have a low or wrong reading. We want accuracy. Well, this is the cool thing about lithium. I'm trying to use a 1500 T kettle into a kilowatt of inverter. Some of you guys might probably think I'm crazy, but if it was the AGM batteries or select batteries, it would have dragged this voltage down so that we can able to initialize a charge again. But now it's showing fault, but it pulls more than that. Watch this meter right here, 1 point something kilowatt. It surged for 1.6 kilowatts on a 1000 watt inverter. So look, it's pulling about 126-28 amps from the thing, and the system just shut off by itself. protecting itself. That's the most powerful thing about lithium batteries. So if it was AGM battery, you would see, or lead acid battery, or some kind of batteries that are not correct, that are supposed to be in this surface of the land or the planet. They would have been well gone. Look at that. Look at the surge. We surged for almost 2 kilowatts right there. We surged for 2 kilowatts. Look at the voltage. Brought it down to 15.3. And we're still holding the tea kettle. He managed to keep the tea kettle for a while. And it's pretty interesting. Look at that. It's going to hit. It hits almost about 2 kilowatts earlier. Yeah, I'm not trying to destroy it. I'm just telling you how magnums are built, or inverters that are built to last. They can handle that kind of surge, and nothing is going to happen to it. I saw it surge up to about 2 kilowatts if you rewind the video, while other inverter would have blew up right off. And this one is still holding pretty good. Just Magnusign MMS is a 1012. You can look it up. Made by Magnusign Magnum, USA made. So let's see again. Look at that. Almost 2 kilowatts. 1,000 watts can surge up to about 2 kilowatts. I saw 2 kilowatt earlier. It's 138. I just want to put a little dent on these batteries, but it's not going to happen. So let's go back and unplug the tea kettle and initialize the refrigerator freezer. Stay tuned. Like and subscribe. Now you've seen the fault light on. So what I've done, I've set up the refrigerator freezer, and with the water dispenser, which is the Primo, plus the heater on that water dispenser, the heater and the cold water compressor, plus the refrigerator freezer, they're gonna surge. They're gonna start. You will see this light, fault light's gonna spike. It's gonna come up for a while, then it's gonna go off. So let's see how many watts or amps we pulling on these bad boys here. These guys. Let's see what we're gonna do. This is an experimental video. So if you don't like testing things, you're scared things to get bad or go off, we have breakers here. They're gonna trip. We have breakers everywhere. So that's science. You can talk about something that you already tested that's proven. So for me, some people say that's not true, it's a lie. So let's try it and see. Didn't you like to know? Let's put on test. So I'm gonna do this. It took everything. Look, the light is still on. It's gone now. It's still sitting at 1.4 kilowatts on a 12-volt system, which is a kilowatt of inverter. So I think it's gonna surge probably for 30 minutes of that. There you go. Oh no, 30 seconds. That's what I meant. 30 seconds. Okay. Now the compressor just fall off or disconnected. So now we have the water dispenser and compressor on the water dispenser. The heater is on, and the freezer, just the compressor can't handle it, went off because of the wattage. But we can able to go back. It's gonna try initialize and start again, and we'll see how much we're gonna pull. So from 15.9, did you see that number? How many watt? Oh, sorry, volt. Rewind the video. I forgot to look at it because I was paying attention on the numbers right here. So look at it and see if it makes any difference. Right now we pull about 40 amps. 30.2 amps right now, 614 watts. So take a look and see what was, oh, now the freezer kicking. Ah, it took it. Did you see that? The compressor is on now. I had the freeze on max. So the surge, you can't take the surge. Look at that. Even the freezer came on. Look at that. It's sitting at 15.6, blinking back and forth. So we are sitting at 741 watts. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to try and cook some rice right now just to drag this battery so that we can able to fill up this capacity here. Because it's wrong. We have to reset it. So calibrate it. So let's go back and try it. So that tea kettle, I think is about 600. I think so. 600 or 700. I don't know. Or 400. The rice cooker, sorry. Then we're going to go try it and see if it's going to handle all these things simultaneously. I love this. I like to test things like this. It's really, really fun. Don't you like to see? As long as it's not your machine, you would love to see that, because I'm not going to ruin my machines. Yeah. So from 220 amp hours, look at the draw we took from the capacity here. It's now 217. It's really cool, huh? So here is the meter for the inverter. It's saying we pull in 56. This is from the shunt. Okay, the shunt is right here. So it reads exactly what's coming out from that. So I'm gonna take this as more accurate because this one is not tied to a shunt. It's just reading whatever's coming from the inverter. Okay, all right. It says that this 50% is gonna be 4 hours and 42 minutes of run time. The batteries are not calibrated. This meter is not calibrated. So what we're gonna do now, we are steady at 15.6 here. It's just approximately, sometimes it goes like 0.000001. It's not even 100th of a volt, a millivolt. And that's why sometimes it goes 15.7, 15, whatever. But let's go check it out. Look at the state of charge, change to 50 now. Let's go put the rice cooker and see whatever we can do. Add some water into my Hamilton Beach rice cooker. So just water. I don't want to miss this test at all, because if I'm in the kitchen, I'll miss what the what is gonna be the peak of this. So I'm gonna plug it on the back of the inverter here. There's another outlet. These are the outlets I have here on the back. So I created for this inverter, so I can have 2 outlets. I'm gonna plug it here, and I'm gonna make sure the camera is in front of the meter so we can see what's gonna be the peak, whatever. Maybe we can have some surge, something's gonna stop working or whatever. So let's see what this inverter can handle, and the batteries. So I set up the tea kettle right in front of me, so I can able to reach it right here while the meter is here. By just push the trigger right here, it's gonna start running, and we can able to have some accurate numbers here. So let's pay attention closely and see. Pay attention, please. Now we are ready to initialize this. Take a look of this red light, the fault light, and while I push the trigger, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Watch all the meters, okay? Go. Look at that. 1.2, 1.3 kilowatts, 103 amp hours, 15.4 from 15.3. So we pull in 1400 watts out of a kilowatt inverter. It's holding, and we lost only about 0.3 millivolts, 300 millivolts. Still holding. Look at that. The kettle is on. This is what a rice cooker. Boom. We lost everything. It holds it about 30 seconds. 30 seconds because we have water heater, water dispenser with a heater for hot water and cold water, plus the refrigerator, freezer, and the rice cooker, plus the stuff going on now. So we sitting at 12. This 49 state of charge. So now we have 15.7. That gives us the leverage to trigger this thing so that we can charge this battery back to a full, and it goes all the way to 0. Then we can reset the meter, and now we're ready for the 432 amp hour test. This is the reason why I conducted this test, to make sure that everything is going to drag the batteries the way we wanted, to put some charge or amps to the batteries here and do our test. Okay, well, I hope you like what you saw, and we're going to correct this one again here and see the time right now. I think it's 15:03 15:03, and we're gonna be PM. There you go. So we are back on business. Like and subscribe, JW Solar USA. Thanks for watching. All right, now you can see we initialize some charge right now, 315 and 24 amps coming in, so we can keep these batteries topped up. And I have the charger, which is the inverter built-in charger. Is charging the batteries. Let's see how much more we can put to top off these batteries, and after that we reset the meter right here by pushing the bottom arrow right there. That gives us the 100%. So we have 300 watts trying to fill up this battery right now. So they're gonna get filled up, and we're gonna calibrate the meter. Okay, so set up as 12 volt. So what you're seeing here is wrong till everything is calibrated. 24 amps back into the battery. That's reading right now. So we have about 200 to 300 watts to fill up the battery. Then we can calibrate it. All right, you've just seen how I do test with my machines, and I'm not too lenient with them, but I'm careful because I have all the right equipment, the right cables and breakers in place, and the inverter got a breaker for itself, and it's gonna power off when it overloads. It protects itself, so there's a lot of protection on my devices. So if it's just any flimsy machines, man, they could have been kaput. Everything is died out, done. Lost a lot of money, but I know what I bought, and I know what I built. I know I can handle that stress. The system can handle that stress, and I'm not even worried about it. My mind is settled. It's really, I just want to see whatever this thing can do. And if it blew up, it blew up. So it's science, technology. We're testing things and make sure things works right. In case of emergency, we started doing stuff like this and things blew up, then we're gonna be in a big disaster. But now I know what the system can handle. I know what we can do, what the system cannot handle, and this is why I'm showing you guys what it is, exactly what a 12 volt system with the Magnuson MMS 1012 with a Midnight Kid, solar kit, and with a lithium ion by Volkswagen Eagle, which is a Japanese made. These are Samsung batteries in there. Okay, thank you. Love you guys all. Stay tuned and have a wonderful day. Bye for now.